प्रयास की शुरुआत विजय रामाचंद्रन, जिन्हें हम प्यार से विजया दीदी भी कहते हैं, उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया था। 26 जनवरी को उन्होंने इस चीज़ के बारे में सोचा था कि प्रयास को मतलब बनाना है। उन्होंने एक्चुअल में कुछ बच्चों को ऑब्जर्व किया था जो जिन्हें वो एजुकेट करना चाहती थी, तो मतलब उनके लिए वो कुछ करना चाहती थी, तो उन्होंने प्रयास बनाया। पहले वो प्रयास कैंपस के बाहर था, उन्होंने स्टार्टिंग में कुछ बच्चों को पढ़ाना स्टार्ट किया, बट फिर उनको कहीं जाना था, तो उन्होंने सोचा कि मतलब इसको अगर कैंपस के अंदर शिफ्ट कर देंगे तो काफ़ी अच्छा होगा। प्रयास ओल्ड सैक में शिफ्ट हुआ, वहाँ पे जगह की अवेलेबिलिटी नहीं थी, तो बच्चों को काफ़ी दिक्कतों का सामना करना पड़ता था। उनके पास खुद का प्लेग्राउंड नहीं था, तो उनको खेलने के लिए इधर उधर भटकना पड़ता था। मतलब एक रूम था जिसमें वो सब लोग पढ़ते थे, तो उनको काफ़ी दिक्कतें होती थी। उसके बाद फिर ये सब ऑब्जर्व किया गया। उसके बाद फिर प्रयास को OET में शिफ्ट किया गया। OET में इनके 2 रूम्स हैं जहाँ बच्चे आते हैं, पढ़ते हैं, एंड इसके अलावा यहाँ पे इनके खेलने के लिए पूरी व्यवस्था है। बच्चों को सारी फैसिलिटीज़ दिए जा रहा है, और यहाँ पे इनका प्ले डे भी होता है, इनकी क्लासेस होती है रेगुलर, प्लस इनके एक्स्ट्रा सेशंस वगैरह होते हैं। बच्चों के स्केटिंग सेशन, चेस सेशन या जो कुछ भी इनको सीखना होता है वो सब इनको सिखाया जाता है। यहाँ के जो बच्चे आते हैं वो इकोनॉमिकली बैकवर्ड क्लास को बिलोंग करते हैं, वो सारी चीज़ें अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते हैं। वो जिन स्कूल में पढ़ने जाते हैं वहाँ पे उतनी अच्छी एजुकेशन फैसिलिटी नहीं है। उनको टीचर्स पढ़ाते हैं बट सारे टॉपिक्स उनके क्लियर नहीं होते। प्रयास में हम कोशिश करते हैं कि उनका हर एक चीज़ हम क्लियर कर सके। ये एक स्कूल नहीं है, जैसे स्कूल में एक प्रॉपर सिस्टम होता है, उस हिसाब से लोग काम करते हैं, ये वैसा कुछ नहीं है। यहाँ पे बच्चे हमें दीदी भैया कर कह के बुलाते हैं, तो एक फैमिली टाइप का है। प्रयास अपने आप में एक परिवार है जहाँ पे हम सब साथ में पढ़ते हैं, खेलते हैं, मस्ती करते हैं, सब करते हैं। इनफैक्ट जितने भी वॉलंटियर्स आते हैं सब अपने मन से आते हैं, सब हर चीज़ को लेके काफ़ी इन्जॉय करते हैं। इनफैक्ट बहुत सारे वॉलंटियर्स अभी भी हमें कांटेक्ट करते हैं कि हमें प्रयास में पढ़ाना है। वो इतना खुश रहते हैं प्रयास को लेके। एंड बहुत सारे वॉलंटियर्स तो ये भी बोलते हैं कि प्रयास आते हैं ऐसा लगता है कि जीवन का सारा गम खत्म हो गया है। इतना मतलब प्यारा सा बॉन्ड बन जाता है। प्लस यहाँ पे हम लोग बहुत सारे फेस्टिवल्स वगैरह भी मनाते हैं। जैसे अभी रक्षाबंधन फेस्टिवल हुआ था, तो उसमें जितने बच्चे थे सारा OET का स्टेज पूरा कवर किए थे, एंड उन सब ने एक दूसरे को राखी बांध दी थी, प्लस डांस हुआ था। बच्चों ने बहुत इन्जॉय किया, प्लस वॉलंटियर्स ने बहुत इन्जॉय किया।
To understand what Prayas is and what Prayas does, I think the best example of that is one line which is repeated heavily in the prayer. One line which is repeated is Sada Kare Prayas Hum, and that I think explains the intention of forming Prayas and how we are continuing Prayas. So obviously we are just enabling these students, we are helping these students to achieve what they want in life. We are providing them constant support. Along with academics, we are also ensuring that they have an all-round development in terms of ethics, morals. For example, in the assemblies, we conduct many stories which have a very strong sense of moral, so that the students have an all-round development. We also have various sports sessions and various other things in which students can explore their talents, music, singing, things like that. And yeah, as for the activities, so Prayas has around 80, close to 80 students, and we have around 50 volunteers for them. For the initial classes, so from class 3 to class 8, we have volunteers for English, science, maths, social science, and for the higher classes, we have volunteers for physics, chemistry, maths, biology, and a few English classes as well. We also allow students to explore other things, such as the ability to learn a computer, use a computer, because we think that is a skill that is needed in today's world. And yeah, as the students need anything, they're free to approach us, and we do take efforts into making sure that they are able to get whatever kind of help that can be given from the student community at IIT Kanpur. We have a pretty fair gender ratio of around 1:1.5, and that is pretty good considering the area that we are in. Yeah, so the challenges that we face from the family side of the students include that the families put a lot of pressure on the students to not continue education and rather take up a job or join the family business. This is mainly because of the students being from a weak financial background. That is something that we have to take into consideration, and that's why during the entire admission process, we do a thorough check of the family's background as well, whether they want the students to continue education, and we see how well the family is able to support the student, and that is a factor that we consider because we aren't the only influence that the student has. The student has influences in the school and especially in the house. So they should be getting positive support from there as well. Another kind of challenge, especially for the female students, is that families want the female students to get married at a young age. We do not think that's right, of course. We want them to continue education because we understand how important that is, how beneficial that is. We agree that the financial background does not allow them to have a long education right now, but we also understand that later on in life the education will pay them off much higher rewards. Most of our students actually continue with a BSc, and that's a 3-year course. They do get good job opportunities after that, and BSc colleges are fairly good to get into. So that is something that we have seen a lot of our pass out students are doing. A few of them have also are also doing courses in things related to sports. So for example, we have a student who's doing a course into becoming a professional yoga instructor. That is because throughout his entire time in Prayas, he was very, very active in sports, and that is something that we also figured out, and he also figured out that it's something that works for him. We've also had a few students doing things in psychology. We have a few of them doing things in arts. So yeah, we have a very diverse kind of education for the students. There are 4 managers currently at Prayas, and we have a team of volunteers. So these volunteers help in teaching the students, as well as there are some volunteers who are just helping in the logistic side of things. So for example, taking care of setting test papers for the students when it's needed. Some of the volunteers just come and help us throughout the assembly to ensure the kind of stories and the kind of activities that are done in the assembly are good and beneficial for the students. And apart from that, we also do have a lot of pass out students who come and who want to give back to Prayas because of what Prayas has given to them. They come and they also like to volunteer, they like to engage with kids, and in fact they have a much better connect than the volunteers with the kids because they come from the same background, they come from the same schools, they live in the same neighborhoods, and that is something that we appreciate a lot from the pass out students because they're giving back, and I think more than anyone they understand the value of Prayas. I think that right now Prayas really needs help in terms of volunteers. We always like volunteers who are very dedicated towards Prayas, who are willing to give their everything to the kids. And yeah, this does not just include coming and teaching. It also includes just coming and simply interacting with them, maybe just motivating them. Come and play a few games with them if you want. You can come and tell them stories. You can come and we have tons of board games. You can come and play them with the kids. So yeah, just come have fun with the kids, and yeah, that's all that we want from the student community of IIT Kanpur.
मैं जब यहाँ पर आया तो काफ़ी सहमा सा रहता था, काफ़ी मैं ऐसे बैकग्राउंड में कभी आया नहीं कि जहाँ इतने अच्छे तरीके से पढ़ाया जाता हो और भैया दीदी इतने अच्छे से ट्रीट करते हो। तो मैं यहाँ पर जब आया तो मुझे एक अलग माहौल मिला पढ़ने का। मैं प्रयास में आके असेंबली जो होती है बच्चों का, कि बच्चों को लीडरशिप सिखाते हैं और बच्चे और लोगों के सामने कैसे अपने आप को परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं, कैसे दिखा सकते हैं। तो ये सारी क्षमताएं जो है प्रयास असेंबली द्वारा बच्चों को देता है। तो जब मैं असेंबली में आया तो लोगों से बात करने की क्षमता बढ़ी मेरे में, लोगों को कैसे अट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं ये चीज़ें मुझे पता चली, और अलग अलग खूबियाँ जैसे पोएम सुनाना हुआ, स्टोरी सुनाना हुआ, स्टोरीज लिखना कैसे। अब मुझे MA करना है योगा से ही और एक योगा टीचर बनना है।
I'm surely not the right person to thank the donors. I think that should be done by the kids. They understand most of all what value you are giving to them. We are just helping to make sure that the correct things are given to the children. But yeah, I think they are the ones who are receiving it. They are the ones who are going to enjoy the rewards of all that help that IIT Kanpur and the donors have provided. So yeah. Of course, from my side, I would like to thank all the donors, IIT Kanpur, everyone, all the volunteers, everyone who has helped Prayas become what it is, who is continuing to help Prayas even now. But yeah, I'm sure that all the kids sitting inside would like to come and shout a big thanks to all the donors and IIT Kanpur.